Hi, this is Fred Tatasciore, the voice of Soldier 76, and you're listening to the Nerd Entertainment Hub podcast. Respect the chef.
Hello and welcome to the Nerd Entertainment Hub podcast. Today, Emmys, PlayStation, Star Wars, and Can Sam Neill Save the Dinosaurs? This and more today. But first, let me introduce the table. I'm your host, Ryan. Joining me, as always, is Josh. Hello, Josh.
Skilly-doodly-doo, Ryan. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing real good today. And also joining is Matt Hoffman again. Hello, Matt.
Hey there. How are you?
I'm doing good. Good to have you back.
Good to be back, as always. I
All right.
enjoy this talk.
And last but not least, we have Tony joining us. Hi, Tony.
Hello. How's it going?
Doing good. Doing real good. So,
Didn't intro me, you fucker.
I did
He did.
intro
Yeah,
you.
he did.
Oh, he did.
I said-
and you said you're like
You said
your
you're
thing
squiggly
kinda
doodly
weird.
doo,
You're like
how are
doodly-
you?
Boobly doodly, something like
Oh,
that.
yeah, I did,
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah.
Totally.
I was only half paying
Yeah,
attention.
you
It's auto
flan-
response for me now.
You
Yeah, really.
Flanders.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, that
Yep.
yeah, no, you got your Flanders intro.
I did.
Gross.
So we got those stories that we're talking about later on. First things first, though, just as a quick reintroduction, because it's been a while since we recorded. What have y'all been playing? If you've been playing anything in particular.
Recently I've been playing Shadow of War. Yeah.
I've been
a good game.
I've been getting back into that. I
Yeah.
played that for a little while and
Yeah.
fell off, and I'm jumping back in.
I played the first one a long time ago. I really enjoyed it. And this one it's like that game, but they expanded upon it like a lot and
Yeah, it's
add a lot of cool features to it. And
it's
a lot
a
of
lot
fun.
of fun.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
I've been playing.
I'm currently playing Borderlands 3.
Yeah.
Due to the lot of performance issues and balancing of the game, not more of the, I would say, performance issues and dropping frame rates on my PS4 Pro, I've been kind of going away from Borderlands a little bit. Gearbox has acknowledged the issue, of course, but they don't say, they don't give us a timeline of when those things are going to be fixed. And it's actually crashed. I was reading online over the weekend that a lot of Xbox One X's are crashing due to the game, and currently the Xbox One X, it's such a tongue twister to say, it's the most powerful console out there, like literally hardware wise.
Yeah,
it is the most powerful out there. And
I've been hearing that too, the crash.
yeah, and it's crashing. And the one thing that Gearbox didn't take this into consideration of, like, you know, you can have those like max settings on a PC. You have to kind of program for the hardware that's in the console. I understand that you can push the hardware to a certain extent, but what's going on right now is sometimes my game is like very, very poorly animated.
I've heard that
Yeah.
the frame rate issues really happen during the menus.
Yeah, no, they definitely do. And like the lag time in between inputs for the menus is very aggravating, and also the long load times of the game is insanely annoying. Like, in order to get to the title screen, you have to watch a black screen, and then it says Gearbox, and then 2K, and then it's claptrap dancing for at least a minute,
Ugh.
and then it gets to the loading screen, and then
Oh.
you start the character.
That's rough.
That's rough. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember like my
Like if you need a loading screen for the title, that's a problem.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
At
a
least
huge
let me-
fucking problem.
At least let me press start before you waste
Yeah.
my time.
Yeah, exactly. And even when I first started playing the game, I first started playing the game on a original a PS4 Slim, and that took a long time to load.
Yeah.
Even though the performance tests have shown that the game actually runs better on older consoles rather than newer consoles.
Jesus fucking
So
Christ.
it still took a long time. Like, my first time downloading the game and playing it, it took me 4 minutes to get to playing the game.
Jesus.
Oh, and you're playing on your PC now then.
Well, no. I'm right now. I'm playing my PS4 Pro. But when I
Okay.
first downloaded it, it was at my parents' house, and there's a PS4 Slim at my parents' house.
Yep. Okay.
So, like, playing on that PS4 Slim took 4 minutes to 4 minutes to get to the game. Now on my PS4 Pro, it takes me like a minute less, but the performance is worse.
That's so weird.
It
That's
sucks.
so weird.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The game is fun. I can give you more of a review in an upcoming podcast, but the gameplay is fun, but God, the writing.
That's what I've
Writing,
heard.
really?
Yeah.
Is it cheesy or just like bad?
It's at some points cheesy, some points funny, but other points it's just bad. It's bad.
Like a bad story plot or just bad dialogue?
Both.
What I kept hearing is it's more of what you would expect from Borderlands 2, and that joke and those jokes and that humor just doesn't carry forward like a decade.
No,
It's like they're forcing it. Like they want
Yeah,
to try to rekindle what they had in Borderlands 2.
yeah,
but
they're forcing it more than they did in Borderlands 2.
Yeah.
And for the time, I understood what Borderlands 2 was. You're kind of pushing the envelope more than you did in the first one. But now to me, it's taking itself less seriously and just kind of going more with the jokes than the actual like concept and humor in the game. Like, don't get me wrong. At some points, I actually genuinely laughed. Like, I clapped jokes and stuff like that. But they're trying to go for a gag laugh. I feel like every chance they can, and it's like, no, you have to pick your spots like you did in Borderlands 2. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm still having fun though. The gameplay is
overall,
yeah.
As long as you're having fun, as long as you're getting your money's worth.
Yeah.
At like a 5-star rating, what would you?
5-star rating. I give it like a 3.9, 4.0.
Okay.
All right, that's not bad.
Yeah,
That's not
yeah.
bad.
I mean, mechanics and performance-wise, I'm willing to sacrifice that for a little bit because, I'm kind of biased when it comes to Borderlands because I absolutely loved the first and second ones. So I might be a little biased that way, but I'm still having fun.
Yeah,
Like, as long as I'm having fun, that's all I care about right now. Like, I can sacrifice kind of poor writing and kind of pushing the envelope a little bit. I won't go, ha. I'm like, eye roll, but then I'll continue playing the game.
Yeah. As long as the gameplay can keep you going, then
Exactly. Yeah.
then that's the most important thing.
Yeah. The menu system is a little convoluted, but I'll save that for another time.
Yeah. How about you, Matt? Playing anything interesting as of late?
Yeah. Right now I'm playing something pretty strange, but I just was finishing up with Witcher 3.
Okay.
I had a
The
blast
Witcher 3.
with. I had a blast with it.
Which ending did you get?
I actually haven't quite finished it yet.
Okay.
I moved on. I'm not quite emotionally ready to finish it.
Okay.
It's a long time.
I'm also a bit of a completionist, and I don't have
get
a
through
ton of
everything.
time to play, but this has been a very satisfying game to completionist at.
There's a few games that once you really get into them, like you feel
Yeah,
like,
it's
you're
just
like,
a
I
lot
got to
of
do
fun.
everything.
Yeah, I'm just like,
That was
screw
like
it.
I was like
I gotta do
Assassin's
it.
Creed Odyssey was like that with me. It's just like I have to do everything in this
Oh,
game.
you
There's
poor
so much to
bastard.
do in that game.
I'm actually in that boat with Shadow of War as I
Yeah.
go back through
I'm
because
starting to do that too. in that game too,
that's
yeah.
an easy to checklist game because at each point you get to pick out all like the Shelob memories and stuff like that. But
Is that game? Are you guys really talking about that like Shadows of?
Shadow of War,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a really fun game. I love the mechanics. The fighting's pretty fun.
The,
guys really
the
like it?
fighting's good. The fighting is very reminiscent of Rocksteady's Batman games.
it's
so
very much
Arkham
like
Asylum,
Batman.
Arkham
Alright.
City.
Like Batman,
Alright.
Assassin's Creed sort of thing.
okay.
going on.
The Nemesis system keeps me going.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just-
I love
just-
the
just-
Nemesis system.
Just those random encounters where I'm trying to track down one orc captain, and then another one just fucking tackles me from the says, "All right, I'm fighting you
Yeah.
now. By the way, I'm on fire."
It definitely it can get repetitive, but it's just like there's enough difference in like the bad guys and like how and some of the missions like just enough to keep you going. Too.
Yep.
Like similar to Assassin's Creed, like a lot of those missions are like very similar in some games. So it's like, but if you like sort of task management and like kind of like going through tasks and like
Just the
addicted to those
check
little
mark
things,
games,
checking
yeah.
things off, then
Yep.
it's the game for you. Yeah.
Fair enough.
But what'd you move on to from Witcher?
Oh, now I'm. It's the weirdest thing. I'm playing the Mass Effect 4 game, the Andromeda.
Oh, Andromeda?
Yeah,
All right.
I
Yeah.
got that for like $5 on PlayStation. So I gotta play that
Great.
too.
I just I have a space travel thing. It's a
Yeah.
whole it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
So I just am like
Where are you
I
in
like space stuff.
in
I'm
Andromeda?
like just dragging out
Okay.
some of the end game stuff. Like I'm not quite at Meridian yet, but
Oh,
yeah,
all
anyway.
right. You're getting there.
Yep, I don't know, it's good stuff. Anyway, yep, we probably talked about this all too long. Anyway,
Let me tell you all about a Goose. I've been playing this
What?
shit out of
What is this
Untitled Goose game for the Switch. It's out on PC on the Epic Game Store,
don't we have topics to get to?
and it's out on Switch. I want to talk about this Goose.
Okay.
It has been one of the most charming games I've played this year, and easily in my top 5 games I've played this year. It's it's got puzzle stealth elements, almost like a Hitman style game, but instead of killing people, you're just fucking with them as a goose. You got different objectives that you have to pull off in different sections of the small English village, and you just got to figure out how to do it properly by being a horrible goose.
Ryan, can I ask you something?
What?
Do you go on wild goose chases?
But I mean, it's like it's only like 2 hours to beat it completely. But once you complete it, you get extra tasks that you can do that are more difficult.
But basically, you just get to troll people in this game.
Yeah, like one of them is you have to lock a groundskeeper out of the garden he's working on. So in order to do that, I grabbed a rose from his garden, dragged it outside of the gates of the garden. He went to chase it. I grabbed his keys off his belt, went into the garden and shut the door, and he was locked out. And as he just stared at me, I just flapped my wings and honked at him like an asshole. And that's the point of the game. The first line of the trailer is, I think it's a quiet day in an English village, and you are a horrible goose. And it ultimately leads to a final thing, and then it results in almost like a final challenge to get back. And I don't want to give it away in case you end up playing it, but the way it's set up, it's done really well. The art style's great. The sound design is great. The animation. I actually
might check this game out now that I have a gaming PC.
I could run it on my phone. It's not a graphically intensive game.
Okay.
But since you don't have a Switch, yeah. I mean, it's. Yeah. I think it's $20.
I know. I need to get one. I know.
No.
It's like $20 on Switch and the Epic Game Store. Untitled Goose Game. It's worth the investment. It's a lot of fun, and you could tell that this team put a lot of effort into making this, and it shows.
You know what else I wish I invested in?
Subverse?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There's your one.
The beta came out, Ryan. The beta came out earlier last week. And it's about space travel, too, so, I love space travel.
Speaking of space travel, let's talk about Star Wars, and specifically Kevin Feige. So the story came out that Kevin Feige is developing, a Star Wars movie for Disney?
Yeah, a Star Wars movie. So we have yet to know any more information besides he is teaming up with Kathleen Kennedy to help produce a Star Wars movie. This is going to be separate from the trilogies or movies that are currently rumored or announced already. It's not going to be part of Rian Johnson's. It's not going to be part of Benioff and Weiss's or the Old Republic trilogies that are coming out. But I'm actually... This kind of leads me to a kind of a theory that what might happen in maybe 5 to 10 years from now with Kevin Feige's career. We all know that Alan Horn right now is the head of Disney, like Disney Media. So
sure,
any movie that gets greenlit, Alan Horn has to give the final say.
Okay.
So we have Bob Iger as the president, Alan Horn as the head of Disney Media, when it comes to producing movies and all that. So I think ultimately with Kevin Feige's success from the Marvel franchise, they're going to bring him in to produce different movies that Disney has under their umbrella. Probably starting with Star Wars, because that's their next biggest franchise besides Marvel.
Now, Solo didn't do so hot. It got lukewarm response and lukewarm box office numbers, right?
The movie,
it made money, but not the level of money they wanted it to
of course. And, we talked about this now on the Rand Table a lot, but the movie was decent. It should have made more money in the box office. They obviously didn't do enough to market it, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, it was not a success in the box office, and that's what Disney kind of made Disney realize, oh, maybe we need to pull back on all the Star Wars content.
Not for everybody else, in the movie, they tried their ass off.
They did.
Yeah, it was
I thought everybody did, put up decent performances.
They did. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Worked with a script that obviously had some issues, but largely I thought tried to bring in an interesting angle on the franchise.
Because Ward and Miller actually were the original directors of this movie. Remember that? And then they had Ron Howard come in.
Sure
and
that's right. Yeah, Ron Howard did work on it, I guess.
Too silly, I think.
They were making Lars Kasten and
added to it, so.
Kathleen Kennedy were like,
yikes.
You're not taking this movie too seriously. again,
was, like, too lighthearted.
I'm ad-libbing a lot of the information that's been going on, but they were allowing the actors to do a lot of ad-lib, and the Disney higher-ups did not like that. So they had a lot of creative differences.
All right.
Yeah. That's that.
So do you want to even offer a slight bit of speculation on what you think this project could be? Standalone Yoda movie?
I mean, I honestly don't know.
Because we know nothing.
Because we literally know nothing besides this announcement. I was hoping that it would be tied into the Old Republic franchise. It still could be. We don't know.
I think I said it before, man. I'm saying there's going to be an MCU Star Wars crossover. That's what they're preparing for.
I mean, Patton Oswalt's dream might be complete.
I'm saying.
Oh my God! Yeah, that fucking filibuster from Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
I would love it if
Not a
that
bad
actually
idea.
happened.
The Thanos portal opens up and Luke Skywalker jumps
Just like
through.
multiple
Yeah, oh my
dimensions and everything.
God.
It's like it's,
It was
The reality
so
stone.
good.
All you need is a reality stone.
Yeah,
Yeah, everybody deal with
Let's
it.
put them all together in one room. Let's just do it. All right.
Let's just make
We
them
have $1
fight.
bajillion. Why
And
not?
and
We
just
can
and
make it.
just give Patton Oswalt like a executive producer
Oh my
credit or a
God, please.
writing
Yeah,
credit.
right.
Fantastic.
So, I mean, ultimately, though, I think with Kevin Feige jumping into these different franchises, he's ultimately going to end up with Alan Horn's position of head of Disney Media.
Just overall, wow.
I think that's what his career is kind of pointing towards, because he's already made them $1 bajillion.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also Kathleen Kennedy can't make a good Star Wars movie to save her life, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I see. I think it's a continuity issue.
You think so?
I think that Disney understands Kevin Feige's got this kind of like iron will about keeping, I guess we'll say like franchise-wide continuity.
I absolutely
Focus there,
agree
you know?
with you there.
And that's
1000%.
all that the Star Wars franchise has needed since these new movies came out.
I agree with
you
that
know,
too.
I mean, like think about Rogue One, think about Solo, think about the Skywalker saga movies that have come out so far. I mean, the biggest issue with them is that they don't in any way, shape, or form feel like they
Relate to each other?
thought about each other.
Yeah. I agree.
And I thought that was the biggest issue with it. You know, say what you will about the prequels, but they thought about the original trilogy when making
Yeah, they did.
the fucking
Consistency
prequels.
to
You
them,
know,
yeah.
it's like, yeah, there's just been no consistency or planning, and Kevin Feige is the guy when it comes to keeping consistency, keeping brand uniformity.
Yeah.
And so I think, you know, they're like, we got to save this thing before it, you know, tanks.
Makes
So-
sense.
No, I agree.
That's my fear.
I wholesheartedly agree. We could definitely talk about this more on the right table, which
Yeah,
we're
right,
recording
right,
later
right.
tonight.
Yep.
So moving on from that, the other thing that I brought up was the Emmys. This was a little while back.
This was 2 weeks ago.
This was 2 weeks ago.
Well, week and a half.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was a while back, but, you know, we'd be remiss if we didn't bring it up because one of the things that came out of it was Peter Dinklage winning for Game of Thrones and Game of Thrones winning Best Drama, which...
Aye.
Yeah, I mean,
I will defend the ending to Game of Thrones.
What? No.
I liked
yeah,
it.
that's great. You can defend an ending of a show making sense
Have
or
they
not.
won
It doesn't
before?
mean that it has to be a defense of it winning the Emmy for
Absolutely.
best
Yeah.
drama
Absolutely.
series.
Especially with this list of other
Like I like
contenders.
soap operas.
I mean, come on, this is a good
I-
list here.
I
I
put
couldn't agree more.
I put up
Like
a
what?
front, but I will admit, I say, oh no, I only vaguely pay attention while my wife watches it. No, I've been watching This Is Us, and the fact that it didn't win Best Drama or Milo Ventimiglia didn't win Best Actor, that upsets me.
I mean, have you guys seen Succession?
No.
no, I don't have
I think It's
HBO.
probably one of the best shows on TV.
That's what I've been hearing, and I
HBO
really
right
want to
now.
watch this,
It's
but I don't have
incredible.
HBO.
I thought it was really on the nose too.
It's so on the nose.
yeah, it's really. I mean, as you know, let's say like a prolific social critic. I appreciate.
Do you
what
want
it
those
says
business
about-
cards now then? Prolific social critic and
Yeah.
Ludosport instructor?
No, you know, just talk to me about it off air. You know, I shouldn't be on air saying any of those things probably. But no, you know, like I think it says I think that is one of my favorite shows actually of the last year too.
Yeah.
That was like, I mean, honestly though, like I don't know, man. Like I saw the first season of Ozark. I haven't seen the most recent
It's
stuff
good.
with
Yeah. I mean,
Ozark.
all these shows are really
Better Call Saul.
Better Call
like,
Saul. Yeah, it's
I don't know,
Now-
man.
on there.
Like
It's
I could not stand
Now,
the season. of Game of Thrones.
Succession is a drama, but I've heard it's very lighthearted compared to some other shows. Not very, but
lighthearted. I would say it has a good sense of
it's
humor
super
about
witty.
its
It's-
insanity.
it's
there we
crazy
go.
witty.
That's the best way to
And
put
the
it.
line, like the dialogue is written so sharply.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like the characters, they bicker with each other in this really witty way. That's
Okay.
Like
Yeah, lighthearted
funny, but,
probably
it's
wasn't the
definitely
way to
not
do it, but
lighthearted.
it has a good sense of humor about its insanity.
yes,
Okay.
yes,
Yeah, and it basically is like this is psychological trauma.
yeah.
The movie or show.
All
whatever.
right.
You
Oh,
know,
man.
It's almost like Shakespearean too, in the way all the stuff plays out with the
yeah,
family and
but it's
everything. and
ridiculous. It's like a comedy of errors.
but it also
as
is
well,
like
and
so
yeah.
real. I'm sure, like how the Murdoch, Rupert Murdoch and the Fox,
Exactly,
it's like
yeah,
it's
those,
literally
like-
the story of them. And
Yeah, exactly.
it's like wow, it's a good show. Highly recommend it.
Totally.
Fucking
But Better
anyways,
Call Saul,
yeah.
man. Like, come on.
I mean, is there anything else that we wanted to talk about in terms of
the Iron
awards?
Throne got nominated for directing in for a drama series.
Yeah,
fuck off.
Yeah,
Fuck
so
off.
I think
It was the
that's-
weakest episode of the whole season.
Yeah, I think
Besides
that-
the first episode.
that's really the point, right? I mean, like, kind of this is like, I think it just points out what the hell's going on as the main question. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, so Game of
That
Thrones.
was the
won.
last
What?
episode, right?
Yeah, the Iron Throne was the last episode. Let me double check.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. One.
I mean,
They have three.
I mean-
they got numbers for 3 different episodes.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
3 different
Yes.
episodes. Like, what the fuck?
the hell?
I know.
If I
It's
would've
just
given it- I
so.
the long
egregious.
night was the big battle, right?
Correct. The
Yeah.
long night I could see.
If any
Terrible.
episode
That
was
one.
supposed to get
Terrible
nominated,
episode.
I would have given it to the long night.
I think
Just
it's.
rough stuff.
I
though.
think maybe it's because of the sheer size of the Game of Thrones episodes and like the mental fortitude is required to weave it all
I
together.
mean,
and direct
the
that
technological and
it's quite an undertaking.
Oh, yeah,
I get that,
And
that
the
side of
practical, like all the sets and everything
Like-
and all that. And
All
like
the-
and like the effort being put into it, I can understand.
all of they should have like all of the awards here. Again, I'm not scrolling through all of them, but like all of the behind the scenes, like Emmy Awards, Game of Thrones would definitely deserve to either be nominated or win. But to win like actual directing or writing for season 8 does not deserve to win.
No,
at
none
all.
of the prestige pieces deserve to be won by this show. Like it just that show has I mean, how many signatures have been written as like just impotent hate against that show like since the season came out, where
Yeah.
it's just like rewrite it with better writers, better directors, like replace the cast if you have to. Jesus.
How many people signed that petition to redo season 8?
Way too many.
Yeah.
Way too
It's
many
over.
for it
Just
to be
don't
winning
Yeah.
outstanding drama series. Yeah. No. I mean, and I don't give a shit, but also really funny.
I mean, I like
Kind of hilarious.
I think it's great. Peter Dinklage won. That's. I mean, he hasn't won before, right?
Oh, he has. He has in the past.
Oh, he has.
Yeah.
Oh.
For best supporting actor, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
dude's a
he's-
baller, but like,
No, he's won in the past. I think he won for season, whatever the season of Battle of Blackwater was.
That's
That's
two.
season 2
Yeah,
or
that makes- 'cause
3.
he was really in the forefront of season 2.
Yeah,
He was like the
yeah.
one
I think he
main
won for
focus.
season 2. I think he's won 2 or 3 in total for best supporting actor for Game of Thrones. But the one thing I'm pretty excited that won is outstanding television movie. Bandersnatch won from Black Mirror.
Yeah, so
I was like, okay, I can understand this. Bandersnatch was actually a lot of fun.
a lot of these I really agree with. It's a pretty good list of winners and nominees this year. But yeah, Bandersnatch. Yeah, even compared with all that, that's definitely the best one on that list right there. Just based on pure like experimental nature of it too.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like how to weave
And
how they
done well.
wove that story together and like how they pieced all those different endings and stuff. And yeah,
Oh, it was
it
awesome.
was a pretty cool experience in general.
But yeah, sorry. That's
no,
all I
it's
had
great.
to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, no, there was. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we're not going to go through every
Yeah.
single one of these, but I think the main thing we just brought was like Game of Thrones winning and how.
It doesn't deserve to win this season
Yeah, no, that's a rough call.
Yeah, that was a rough call, but I think they
from a drama
they-
perspective.
They also gave it to it because it was the final season and like the show was ending, so it was like giving Heath Ledger the Oscar for The Dark Knight. Did he,
Whoa!
did he probably? Did he deserve
No,
it?
that's
Nothing
no,
like
no, no,
that.
no, no, no,
Did
no,
he?
no.
Did he
Deeply
deserve
nothing
it?
like that.
No.
All right, let me look this up
He
because
deserved it way more than Game of Thrones.
I was
deserved
about
it.
to say that is not a fair comparison.
Yeah, please let's not.
That is not a fair comparison.
That dude was in 11 minutes of that movie
And then
and
before
completely
he-
dominated it with
Yeah.
his personality
I
and performance.
wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah.
11, like 10 or 11.
I mean, I
No,
would
he
say
definitely deserved that.
Go ahead.
I don't know who he was. I don't remember who he was up against.
more
that
than
year,
Game
but-
of Thrones. He
That-
deserved it more than
way
Game
more
of
than
Thrones
Game of
and died. Right? Like nobody died in Game of Thrones except for that stupid show and its ending.
Okay, I was looking at the other nominees that year. I totally retract my statement. I totally retract my statement.
yeah. I mean,
Okay.
Good. Okay. Well, good. Let's
well,
move
I'm
on.
glad.
then.
Yeah, I'm glad.
I,
you said the statement.
I will retract. I will retract. All right, that's
Sweet.
all I got. Now that I've made myself look like an ass,
Love that.
Well, you know what to do anyway, so just move on anyway.
Yeah.
I like to put on some level of professionalism.
I mean,
Hey, all wrestling has a heel, right?
There we go.
There you go.
That I'll lean
That's Ryan
into
and Ryan's wheelhouse.
I'll
too.
lean into that. I'll get stabbed in Puerto Rico.
Oh my god.
What just happened?
So Sony PlayStation had their State of Play State of Play presentation last week. They've had a couple major announcements there. The release date for The Last of Us Part 2, February 21st, 2020. Some more stuff about Modern Warfare. You can get your own special edition Death Stranding PlayStation 4 if you want the latest and greatest hardware to watch Norman Reedus shit in a bucket.
Well, also Ryan, don't forget the baby can talk to you via the controller speaker.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's creepy.
So
It's super fucking creepy.
That
I
happens
mean-
in Shadow of War too.
Oh, no.
in some stuff, and like where
Yeah.
like you're in the what is it? The when you're in the Nether Realm section of the
Yeah.
game, you know, when you're like jumping back and forth, there's like little voices and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
It's
When
creepy
when
as
you're
shit.
going into like when you're in like the special mode where
Yeah.
you're like where you can see things.
Yeah, yeah.
You hear the whispers coming through.
Yeah, it's creepy
Whenever
as
that's
shit.
in a game, I turn it off.
It's so creepy.
It's so annoying. I get sick of it very quickly.
Also, too, they have.
Yeah, no, I turn that shit. As soon as I hear that, like the moment I hear that in my
Shut the fuck
controller, I turn that shit off. Like, stop it! Don't talk to me. I've spent 20 by the time I got my PlayStation 4, it's like I spent 26 years having my controller not talk to me.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it that way for the remainder of my life.
wow.
But also,
So you've just accepted that you can't go beyond a certain level of interactivity.
Oh no, I can go beyond a certain level of interactivity. I just don't want to. I don't want to.
that point.
I don't want to come out of a really shitty sounding speaker. If the audio quality out of that speaker was better, I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
it's not
because
good
it
quality.
sounds so
Sounds
garbage.
weirdness.
And they get away with that most of the time because most of the time when that happens, it's like
it worked.
it's like communication coming from like an earpiece or something.
That's
the
what I was about to
characters
say.
wear.
And when you play Deus Ex for the PS4, the commander
Yeah.
talks to you through the controller. I'm like, I can understand that. I'm like, that's not that bad.
It's a little distracting though when you're playing.
Oh, it
You're
very
like,
is.
Like, wait, what?
It
the
scares the
fuck?
shit out of you
Where-
too.
where
Like
is
when you're
this
trying to be
coming from?
stealthy in a game,
Yep.
and then like the speaker can be like, "You're ruining my stealth!" Like this is taking me out of it.
Bro, you're really ruining this for me. Yeah, right on.
They announced a demo for the Medieval remake.
I'm actually really excited about the medieval video game.
I've never played
Medieval.
Medieval, but
Oh,
I've
that's
heard
awesome.
good things about it. And you know, it's that kind of like early PlayStation mascot game that I would love to get into.
Civ 6
Right.
is coming to the PlayStation.
I was
Yep.
just gonna say, the trailer.
What the
is
fuck?
Those
kind of
games have
ridiculous.
never ported well to
I
console.
was about to say this is not going to port well.
It's the kind of
No,
game that you
I
need
know.
mouse and keyboard control. Absolutely.
to some
RTSs
extent,
just don't work on console. I'm sorry.
No, we agree.
Wadum, a new game by the creator of Katamari Damacy. I haven't seen the gameplay trailer of that, but if it's from him, it's going to be weird, but also
Really
incredibly
weird.
charming. Katamari Damacy is a wonderful game.
So it's a good game. So weird. The story is like I don't know what the hell's going on in that game.
And then they got something called Humanity, and then the LA Noire VR case files coming to PSVR.
See, this came out of nowhere for me. I did not expect Rockstar to be making a VR LA Noire, but it's actually really good to make a VR game like that. Like when you're
They've done it. This is just getting ported to PlayStation 4. It's been out on Oculus for like a year and a half.
See, I don't know anything about VR, so
Yeah, no.
that's just news
They
to me.
did this for PC only, and then they're porting it to PlayStation 4 now.
You know, I want them. You know what game I want them
don't
to
even.
port over? No. I'm not saying it's still sci-fi, but not Subverse. The Vader VR game.
Oh yeah,
I want them to
okay.
port over.
Yeah, because the second
just to play that game.
Yeah, dude, that game looks so fucking good.
The second part of it is either coming out or it's already out.
it's already.
Also, here's some cool VR news I saw the other day. The Oculus Quest, the standalone VR headset you can get, coming early 2020. There's going to be a software update that uses the front-facing cameras to just read your hands.
Awesome.
You don't need a controller or anything. It'll just read your hands as you're moving.
I wonder
them.
how
seriously
good that's
thought
going to
about
be,
that.
though.
I thought about just like selling my PSVR and buying one of those because the wires they can be annoying. To be free and not have to deal with the wires and like be in VR and stuff.
If I was to get a VR setup,
Pretty
because I can't afford to get a VR ready computer,
Mm.
it would either be just a PlayStation VR, because all the games I want to play
They do have a lot
on
of good
VR
games. Yeah.
are out on PlayStation VR, especially now with they announced Gorn coming to PlayStation VR, which is this really cartoony gladiator combat game.
Mm-hmm.
I think
I know
I've played
what you're
that.
talking about,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure
I
we.
think
I'm
it's
pretty sure
on,
we played that on
Vive.
on
HD.
Vive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I would get the Oculus Quest.
Yeah.
Either way, I mean, it's
How much is the Oculus Quest going to be?
300, I think it is right now.
That's it?
Too bad. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not
that bad.
terrible.
I mean, it's not as powerful as the other Oculus systems.
Oh, no,
on
I
your
bet not.
Computer. So the graphics aren't going to be as good, I think, and you
The
probably won't be able to play certain
resolution
games.
isn't as
Resolution's
good, but they also announced with the Oculus Quest that I think again it's going to be early 2020. You can plug that into a VR ready PC and use that as your headset without the need for extra towers
sweet.
to cause spatial awareness because it's all tracked in the helmet anyway.
Yeah. And that's the big problem with the PlayStation VR too is the tracking system is just the
It's the
PlayStation
camera.
which is like the tiny little cube
Yeah.
on the front of the TV. It's like you get lost plenty of times, especially with
I believe
got
it.
long limbs. I
Yeah, oh
like,
yeah,
totally
no,
lost.
because
It's like wait, where did I
yeah,
go?
because you're a bit of a taller guy anyway, so that's got to be tricky.
So playing like Beat Saber, it's mostly good, but some points they can miss.
And especially in a game like Beat Saber where you got to keep that rhythm going.
That game is insanely fun.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the best. That's like one of the best. It's probably the best VR game I've played. I think.
Oh yeah,
I need to play a Beat Saber.
It's so fun.
Can't you import any song, or do they have like a library of songs?
So
that
for
you
the
can
play, and this is the problem with the PlayStation. For the PlayStation, they only have specific songs.
Oh,
for
okay,
like
okay.
Oculus and Vive, you can
you
pretty
can
much
port whatever you want.
whatever
that's dope.
I saw a really good port of "We Are Number One" from Lazy Town
Mhm.
in Beat Saber, which was really funny.
They also have.
They do a lot of
ones-
great meme shit in that.
I think I don't know if this is actually part of Beat Saber or this is someone made this, but they have like one where you can do like a Darth Maul like dual wielding lightsaber.
Yeah, I've seen
I've seen ones. I've seen
yeah,
ones
same-
tailored
same area.
specifically around that.
That's
Whether it's like
pretty
they
awesome.
attach it to like either
Yep.
ends of a pole.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool.
But,
the way they do that.
Yeah, no, that's.
I just want to play Duel of the Fates on Beat Saber.
That'd be
I really
cool.
want to play Duel of the Fates. Just
Do.
yeah.
All right, so that's the state of play. The only other thing that I'm super excited about because I'm weird like that is they announced the PlayStation Plus games for October coming out tomorrow, and they have The Last of Us remastered.
Which I still need to play, which is a
they've-
good excuse for me to pick up.
Yeah, there you go. Get it for PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
And then MLB The Show 19, which is the one I'm excited for.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
They're getting some good ones out there for the PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, no. The
Yeah.
past few months, it's been quality titles. This month was Darksiders 3 and Batman Arkham
Yeah,
Knight.
that's a great lineup right there.
Yeah, exactly. And then a couple months back, you were able to get Yakuza Kiwami, which I spent a lot of time playing. That was a really fun game.
Detroit Become Human.
Detroit Become Human, which also came with Heavy Rain.
Yep.
Solid selections. It's a lot better than it has been because in the past it's been some pretty mediocre titles.
Really
Like
bad games. Yeah.
like Roundabout is fun, but don't waste a
Not a
free
full game, yeah.
don't waste a PlayStation Plus offering on Roundabout.
No.
Thank you very much.
Ryan, it's technically called the Rotary.
So
An island.
so let's talk
Circle.
about Sam Neill saving some dinosaurs. So this came out a couple days back. So for the next Jurassic World movie, they've said that Jeff Goldblum, who made his cameo in the second one,
So brief.
will be returning, along with Sam Neill and Laura Dern, who were all famously the main three in the original Jurassic Park. Josh, take it away.
All right. So we all know the first Jurassic Park movie is awesome. Spielberg did such a great job, and like I can not name any or not kind of pick out anything bad about the first one. Like maybe
They kill Wayne Knight.
yeah, but he deserved to die.
He absolutely
He deserved
did.
to die in the shitter.
Wayne Knight's one of my favorite character actors. So
See, nobody cares. So they're bringing all of the original, or one of the big three back essentially to build hype for this third iteration of a franchise that didn't need to be revitalized, didn't need to exist, and it's. I just get angry because like, hey, we're bringing back the original cast. You're gonna go see it in the theaters, eh?
Yeah.
You know, kind of
Yeah, I'm
wink,
gonna go see
wink.
it.
Like, God, you're such a
Tony
He's-
is
he's-
the demo.
He's the mark.
These are my apologies
He-
coming up
he
here,
is-
but
You
he's
are the apologist.
He's absolutely the mark for this.
Oh my God,
I
Like,
got so excited when I heard that.
I
news.
did not give a shit. I'm like,
danced
this
like a
is not.
schoolboy.
No, this does not
A tale
help
of
me.
a tale of two nerds.
This does not build hype for their.
I was gonna go see it anyways, and now it's like,
No, this doesn't need to
bonus.
exist. I didn't see any of the
love
Jurassic
Jurassic
World
Park.
series that came out in the theaters.
that's
Well
so fun.
deserved. The movies suck. The first one was bad. Second one was bad. This franchise does not need to exist. I'm sorry. This does not need everything besides.
Are you sorry, Josh?
Yeah,
I think he's sorry.
every Jurassic Park movie and Jurassic World movie has sucked since the first one. In my opinion, has been bad or sucked. There's a different level.
Huzzah.
Yeah. So
Boo.
no, not boo, not boo.
They all have
Tony
their charm.
lives for
except
clever
the third one.
cameos.
The third one was pretty bad.
The second one sucked too.
You don't like the you don't like the Lost World?
It's
No,
so bad.
it
So
sucks.
bad.
Oh my god, it's so
Let's
much fun.
destroy this island. Yes.
All right, the first half was great. The second
No,
half,
it did not.
They get pretty stupid.
No,
They
it's just bad.
and a
It's
lot of
just
it's-
bad.
They just stole King Kong, basically.
I
but-
feel like I lucked out by only ever seeing Jurassic Park and nothing else.
You did. Yeah. You don't need to waste your time with anything else.
I mean, you could see. the
No,
other
you
ones.
you could
Like,
see
all
it
right,
if
they're
you're
pretty
really
fun.
high or really
Okay.
drunk.
Yeah.
That'd be the only times where I would watch it. If
But
you got
you
me
know
really
also-
high
but
and
look-
say, "Hey, let's watch
But look,
Jurassic 2
Would you
and Jurassic Park
recommend
3."
it?
Jurassic
Would
World.
Would you recommend it
But look,
to your mother?
at the end of the day, if no one ever made those movies, then we wouldn't have stuff to watch when we're really high or really drunk.
But there's
you gotta
plenty of other shit you can watch
But
when you're high or drunk.
Yeah, but you get bored of the same thing every once in a
I
while,
don't.
so you want to try something new. I can only watch Sherlock Holmes, Deadpool. Like I can only watch those so many times drunk before I get bored and want to try something different.
Can I tell you how many times I watched the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse sober? Twice this past weekend, and I can't tell you how many times I've rewatched it because that's a good fucking movie.
Well, that's quality.
but that's
like,
actually a
like,
good
like,
movie,
like,
yeah.
we're talking about like popcorn trash.
Yeah.
Like Deadpool
He
is a
knows-
good movie.
they
It
know what
has a
they're
lot
making
of
with
fun
these
to
movies.
it.
They're aware.
But if I'm in the mood to watch like a solid movie, and my choices are either like The Godfather or Deadpool, and I want to watch a good movie, I'm watching The Godfather. I'm
Well,
not putting in
Deadpool's
Deadpool.
also a pretty good movie.
I mean,
Deadpool's
Deadpool is
actually
a good movie.
I don't know
But like-
how you
but-
can
but
compare
it's like-
those
but it's
two
like-
exact
but it's-
opposites. A good,
but it's like a different caliber.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, no, I could see that. I mean, it's kind of like me watching, RoboCop. Like RoboCop was
The original or the remake?
the remake.
Oh,
Oh
God.
god.
Oh, yeah.
That's just a bad movie. That was them.
Jurassic
trying-
World
No,
1
no.
and 2 are
No,
just as
no,
bad.
There's a difference. There's a difference.
I'm with you.
No, there is not. They're just as bad.
RoboCop. There was a remake that they were trying to make. It's just like the remake of Total Recall.
Total Recall was shit.
And
I
I will
forgot they
talk
remakes
to
were
you
terrible.
about.
I forgot they remade
Tony,
Total Recall.
I-
Was that
I
was
will
that
go-
Colin? Was
Yeah,
that
that was
Colin
Carl
Farrell?
Farrell.
Okay,
About-
cool.
They were trying to make
RoboCop.
serious movies about they're trying to make serious reboots of these movies.
Also,
and it
random
just
question:
didn't
Is
work.
Colin
Jurassic
Farrell
World is not.
is Colin Farrell actually Irish, or does he just play a lot of Irish
No, he's
people?
actually Irish.
He's actually
Okay, cool.
Irish. Yeah. Yeah, but these 5 movies, 4 or 5 movies, don't need to exist
coming out,
besides the first one. Shut the fuck up, Tony. Shut the fuck up. This does not build hype. This just angers
there
me.
is more
It
than
really
one,
angers
technically,
me.
there's more than one book, so I mean, it's not like it's not. They didn't like. They pulled from other things. They pulled from other sources. From, I think, yeah. These. I mean, it's a movie about bringing dinosaurs back to life and and have an amusement park based around it. It's a pretty ridiculous concept to begin with.
Which is why it doesn't need to exist.
And the fact that they just lean into it in these new ones, it's like leaning into how absurd the idea is it's kind of wonderful and a certain way. You know?
Okay,
There's a level of wonderment to it.
let me ask you this. Sorry, Ryan. I didn't mean to.
No, go for it.
Definitely
No.
not cinematic nostalgia. Like it doesn't hold up obviously to the original, which actually it had like cinematic qualities that made it like a fantastic movie. Like no matter the genre, no matter what the story was, like it was a good, really well put together movie.
So would you compare this? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Would you compare kind of the ridiculousness and kind of out of this world quality to like the Fast and Furious franchise?
Yes,
really,
very much so.
Don't do that.
Here we go.
Don't do that. It's just the wrong.
It's the same sort of thing, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, of course.
It's like these movies are so ridiculous, but you can't stop but not look at them. It's like watching a car crash.
I don't want to give you this.
You have to give in to the
I definitely don't want to
absurdity.
argue it.
It's like two
so
trucks full
that
of fireworks
feels fine.
going like boom and crashing into each other.
I mean,
Like,
I have
terrible,
like
but
basically like, I could write a dissertation on Fast and the Furious, but I would never.
There's a reason all these movies make $1 bajillion.
I would never watch Jurassic World 1, 2, or 3.
What? Oh, Jurassic World 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Wait, hey, but you've seen them, right? Have you seen the first?
I saw the first 3
Jurassic
movies. I saw Jurassic World.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was a second Jurassic
yeah.
World, and I did not realize there was
more
going to be a
ridiculous.
third
It's way more
Jurassic
ridiculous.
World. But no, I mean, I saw like the acting was really bad in
Oh, yeah.
Jurassic
Oh,
World.
yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt.
Like
I'm
I
sorry,
always
was shit.
believed Vin Diesel was playing Dom. I mean, no, you're
Well,
right.
that's-
In
I
those
mean-
2 last movies, he was rough. No, you're right. No, you're right.
also,
No,
that's
I'm
because-
sorry. I always believed Paul Walker was playing Paul Walker.
Even CGI Paul Walker was Paul Walker.
Yeah,
That's fair. Paul Walker is, definitely Paul Walker.
the straight man.
Because I was gonna say like Vin Diesel as Dom is pretty much Vin Diesel in everything.
He's Vin
Like
Diesel, yeah.
that's Vin Diesel in Triple X. That's Vin Diesel in Riddick.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of, maybe not Riddick. Riddick was a bit of a stretch, but he has that niche that he fills, and then sometimes he's
No,
Groot,
he was the same in Riddick.
and then sometimes Riddick is fantastical enough to separate a bit from.
Ish. But that's an
Well,
ish.
no, I mean, instead of driving cars, he's blind and is incredibly stealthy and can smell when a woman's on her period. Fair enough.
Forgot about that scene.
Yeah.
What a really fucked up touch. God damn it. God, fuck.
Here's my question about Jurassic World 3. Now, we know Laura Dern, Sam Neill, and Jeff Goldblum are going to be in it. How long are they going to be in it? Because what's probably going to happen is they're going to be in for 5 minutes.
I hope
Because I follow Sam Neill on Twitter. He's a farmer now, and I think he's content to retire as a farmer. I don't know what Laura Dern's doing, and Jeff Goldblum has
Being
ascended to
bad
like
in Star Wars
I mean,
movies.
he still acts.
Jeff Goldblum has ascended
someone was
into like an otherworldly being
Yeah.
who also sells you renter's
That's what makes
insurance.
it's going to be so... Because Laura Dern is... she's having a fantastic acting resurgence right now.
I have
with,
no idea.
With Big Little Lies and...
Oh, okay.
I think another movie. Star Wars, Last Jedi. She was in
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
and she's like...
So she's
Really
got
good
an,
actress.
she's
arguably
got stuff
in-
going on.
If she's on board with this and Sam Neill's on board with this,
I mean,
Jeff
I like
Goldblum-
Sam
Jeff
Neill.
Goldblum will do
I
anything,
mean,
so
yeah.
it's fine. But like, if those two are on board with it, it's going to be at least good, at least somewhat. They wouldn't sign off. They didn't want to do it unless they paid them like
They're gonna pay a fuck ton of money.
Amount of money.
If
No,
you
of
were in
course
Sam,
they're doing it for a fuck ton
But
of
they don't
money.
really-
If you were in Sam Neill's,
It's like Sam Neill
if
doesn't
you were
give a
in
shit about
Sam
money.
Neill's shoes and they said, "Oh, come back and play this character for 5 minutes. By the way, we're going to give you $5 million for it."
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't
it
matter
could
the
be-
integrity or not.
Wait,
true.
whoa. Hold on here. The subtitle of this Jurassic World movie is called Jurassic World Blue.
What does that mean? Oh wait, blue as in the rap. What?
Oh wait, no.
Like,
This
isn't
is
I
a
blew
short.
myself.
No, sorry. I think this is a short film. I think this is a short film that is
Yeah.
about. Yeah, no, it's a short. No,
Yeah, it's a
sorry.
short film,
No, it's
yeah.
it's. I was mistaken. I'm sorry. I don't think a subtitle has come up
Are you
for it yet.
sorry?
Are you?
I'm
sorry?
not really
Are
that
you
sorry,
really
but I would have been more. Go ahead, Ren.
Also, well, no, keep going with that because I got something else to add too.
No, okay, no, I was wrong. I can't see a subtitle right here. Even on IMDb, it just says Jurassic World 3. But Jurassic World Blue is just some kind of short that's about Jurassic World. But yeah,
Dark stuff.
super dark.
So
I'm
the
excited.
Shut
the
the fuck up, Tony.
the young actor and actress who played the kids in the first Jurassic Park are
they were-
also interested in coming back.
Well, no, they
I don't think anyone's asked them, but they said, "Hey, we'll do it too."
Because they probably
were
aren't making any
they
money.
Were pretty terrible. I'll give you that. They were pretty terrible in the first one. And Chris Pratt, I feel like that casting was a little
Dumb.
They got Chris Pratt
I get why they got him.
because he was
hot at the time.
because he's Chris
Star
Pratt.
power, yeah.
Oh my God, that Chris Pratt, he's so hot right now.
That's why they got.
So hot
Look at that
right
beef.
now.
Yes, thank you,
Mugatu.
Mugatu. I almost said Mutombo, and I'm like, no, it's not Dikembe
Yikes.
Mutombo. Mugatu.
Mugatu.
Thank you, Mugatu.
Jacobim Mugatu.
So, and also too, these acting announcements were this week, and I know the movie doesn't come out till 2021, but I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a brief cameo.
Oh yeah,
like Jeff Goldblum was in the second movie.
That was sadly misleading. Yes.
I think if
They're just
anyone's
misleading you. They do this whole thing. It's like Bryan Cranston in the fucking Godzilla movie.
He was in it. He was in it for
10 minutes.
a lot shorter
Not
than I
even.
thought, but he was in it
I-
longer than Jeff Goldblum.
Hey, that's
I-
as long as
Jurassic
Heath
World.
Ledger was in The Dark Knight.
I mean, you're
God
right.
damn it.
You're right.
Deal with it, everybody.
I think if anyone's
God
gonna
damn it,
have,
Matt.
I think if
God
anyone's
damn
gonna,
it.
I think if anyone's gonna have a more extended role, it's gonna be Jeff Goldblum because he did the small
Yeah.
cameo in the second one. So
Which is-
maybe he'll be in the third one for a little bit longer. But
He's earned it. Yeah.
I'm not
yeah, he
expecting.
put in his dirt time.
I'm not. Yeah, no, he paid his dues. I'm not expecting Sam Neill or Laura Dern to stay in there for too long. I think they're gonna show up. Sam Neill's gonna say, "Hi, I'm Sam Neill."
The
a
only
nap.
way I will see it in theaters is if you give me high and they all die.
Done.
Well, the first part, we can at least do the first part.
Yeah, yeah.
We can't guarantee the second part.
I hope this. Okay.
There's a good chance they'll die. I mean, it's called. I mean, it's
If they
based
all get-
on how the second one ended, it's probably going to be a pretty shitty place to live.
Okay,
in that
here's how the
universe.
movie opens.
It's in it's
Here's-
Mad
he-
Max and Dinosaur World, right?
Here's how the movie opens. Sam Neill wakes up in his home and he looks out the window and he sees a T-Rex running towards him and it just steps on his house, killing him.
No, it needs to
that's
shit
his
on him.
involvement.
And needs to
he's-
sh-
That's his
He's like
involvement.
the,
That's
he's like
it.
the wise old man that they have to journey to find to give him the answers to how to survive. Like the
Obi-Wan
dinosaurs.
Kenobi.
They get to his house. They get to his
don't
house and
make
it's
that
already destroyed and he's
comparison.
already
He's
dead.
gonna fly out of the sky
It's
and
all
kill a
ruined.
velociraptor right before it kills one of the leads, and he's like, "Follow me," and then
What if Chris Pratt kills him?
For no reason.
For no fucking
For
reason.
just no reason.
And then Chris Pratt dies.
Chris Pratt's actually his son. That's the secret reveal.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh my god.
Fuck off.
All right.
Fuck off.
Because
All right.
they didn't just clone the dinosaurs on the island, they also cloned Sam Neill.
Oh shit! All right, I'm stopping this
literally
now.
gonna
I'm putting.
my
I'm
head
putting
in a hole and not come out.
for the sanity of this table. I am
You're
putting a
welcome.
stop to this now.
Thank you.
This is
You give me anything.
that has been this episode of the Nerd Entertainment
Thank
Hub
you.
podcast. Life finds a way. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Josh, as always.
Thank you.
Like,
Thank you.
comment, share, subscribe. Let us know what you thought. If there's anything we didn't cover that you wanted us to. If there's anything you cover you want to expand on, let us know. We also posted by now our recording of us playing some D&D. Let us know what you thought about that. Like, comment, share, subscribe when that goes up. This is something we had wanted to do for a very long time.